So this is a DNS management. So I already have a hosted zone one hosted zone here. And do you see this, the hosted zone here? riazawstrainer.com is the hosted zone. That's a domain that I have purchased. So if you click on this, we have the two records, NS record and then SY record. NS record and SY record. And you also know that NS record is a group of servers, is a pool of servers. And you cannot delete these records. You cannot do anything. Well, someone asked, can you change this record? So, okay. So I think it's possible to change the record. Yeah. But don't change it. Okay. So now what we do as a part of practical is here, guys. Do you remember in EC2, we launch a EC2 and then we'll create our load balancer. It has a nasty URL, right? And that nasty URL, we'll try to make it up here. We'll do the makeup here. Yes. So guys, so let's go back to our olden days, that meaning EC2, and create two EC2 instance and load balancer, right? And create two EC2 instance and load balancer, and we'll do the makeup there. Yeah. Yeah. So what I do here is I need to have a script, the script that we have used. Okay. And now, guys, we know this already. I'm just going and quickly launching it. So I'll put it in 1A, enable it. And here I put this. This is my website on EC2. With about 53. Next, I call this name server 1. Next, review, and then launch. So shall I put one more server 2? Yeah, let's go this, I put it in 1B, enable it, and I put it here, next, name, I call it as server 2, next, review, and then do launch. Right? And then let's go and modify our security group. So it doesn't have HTTP. Let's go with HTTP and my IP. I don't need this. Post this. So. And then we need to create a load balancer. So let's wait until this is up. So meanwhile, let's wait a bit. This is working with IP address. So the second one is also cooking. Not yet, maybe. Let's go and launch, create a load balancer. Create load balancer. Let's go with application load balancer, and I call it as my ELB something. And I select 1A and 1B. Global accelerator not required. Next. And name is web server TG. Here I have index.html. Next, select this to there on top, review it, and then create it. So it is provisioning. Somehow this machine is slow. Okay, this is also ready. And we need to have our load balancer. It is provisioning here. The greatness of this batch is we always have the full attendance from day one to the last date. That's really good. How passionate you guys are. I appreciate it. Provisioning. So how do you check it's working cool or not? So here in target groups, if you go to target, wow, it's healthy. That meaning my load balancer are active. And do you see this? We have our nasty URL now. Let's play game here. So we have the nasty URL. So take this nasty URL and put it. So guys, is it good looking URL? MyLB minus 144 section there and some 226.80 South ELB. Everything. This is not mandatory at all to see by the customer, and it's not at all good. So how to do the makeup? Let's go to Route 53, right? And then let's do a hard refresh first. So let's go inside. Just keep in mind, if you have purchased the domain in Route 53, this hosted zone might have created already automatically. If it is not created, if you have purchased the domain in somewhere, so click on create hosted zone, and here domain name, let's say babji.com. Okay, another Brin for world. Okay, .in. Okay, so there are two types of hosted zones. What are those? Public hosted zone and then private hosted zone. All right, so let's go with the public hosted zone and then just create like this. So once it is created, so the hosted zone is created. See here, right? BR infowall, BR infowall.in. Okay, so here if you go here, so we have NS record and SO record. See, every hosted zone will have NS and S record. So now what you have to do, Babji, you take these four values and then you update this in your wherever you have purchased the domain. Got this, guys? This is the only manual thing that you have to do it if you have purchased the domain outside Route 53. Is it clear how to create a hosted zone? Now I don't have any use of that hosted zone. I have my own hosted zone, so I will go inside like this. Okay, now we need to go and create a record. I told you that everything is based on records. So let's go and click on create record. If you click on create record, on the left side, you have this. So riazawstrainer.com is a naked domain. Yeah, where we have to keep like GoDaddy dashboard. Yeah, if you go to GoDaddy, there somewhere in DNS settings, you will have that NS servers settings, NS records. There you need to update this additionally. Okay, now. So guys, this Riaz AWS Trainer is a naked domain, right? And then here, what is the name that you want to give? Tell me. So I don't want this nasty URL. So what is the website name? Boom. Okay, let's go with boom. Boom.riazawstrainer.com. Okay. So you give this. If you don't give this, that will be a naked domain. So if you give this, this is a subdomain, boom.com. Okay. And then type. So guys, here we have discussed so many types here, records, right? So which is a record? Which one do you go for? A record or C name? Which one do you prefer? Alias record. Let's go with the A type, right? And alias, here we have the next one is alias yes or no. So guys, in general, if you selected A record, you have to give the IP addresses here. If you select alias as no, if you select alias as no, you have to give the IP address. But if you select alias yes, guys, here we already have this. You can have this target alias target directly will be visible here. Do you see this my ELB? This is the ELB, right? We are doing the makeup for this. Select that. But remember, if you select alias no, you have to give the IP address. If you select alias yes, directly you can choose the ELB here. Okay, na? Nice. So here routing policy, we will talk about routing policy, but we discuss about every routing policy here. We will soon come there. Let's go with the simple routing policy. Guys, simple meaning what? Okay, someone type boom.riazawstrainer.com and then it will come to the EC2 and you will get it. This is simple routing policy. By default, it is a simple routing policy and there are no health checks. Guys, we can create on the left side, you see this here? You can clearly create a separate health checks, but you don't have any option to select that health checks here, the one which we have created. I'll talk about that soon. But here at the moment, AWS Route 53 will provide a self-health checks, but this is of no use. This is of no use here. So guys, here, do you understand how to create a record? Select the record, A, alias, select that ELB, and then select the default one, it's simple, and click on create. See, now the record has been created. Boom. Should we access that? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom dot riazawstrainer.com. Enter. Do you see this, guys? Now, from nasty URL, we got the nice URL. So this is how you can create a simple routing policy with the record in Route 53. Is that clear? Everyone? See, similarly, we can provide my diner record. Yes. Yes, you can. Does everyone understood this? How to create a record with simple routing policy? Right? So this is simple routing policy, guys. No health checks, nothing, no failovers. So if I go and stop the EC2 instances, my boom.riaz AWS, this will work? This will not work. Right? So now, should we go and set up the failover routing policy now? Right? To failover concept. Okay. Now, guys, this record is done. I'm going and deleting this record, simple routing policy. Right? I'm deleting it. Let's freshly start with this failover routing policy now. Okay. So the main, guys, the main website is there already. This my load balancer is my main website. So you can have the same concept in another region, you can have it. But we have already done this ELB. Should we try this S3 maintenance page differently? Should we go with the S3 maintenance page? Right? Should we do the failover? So guys, now let's go and create first of all a primary record. Guys, that is done. My simple routing policy is done. Let's create a new one. Give me some website name now. Give me one name. No. We are doing the failover routing policy, right? So let's put failover. Failover.riazawstrainer.com. Okay. Failover.riazawstrainer.com and alias is okay. Before going to this, my primary site is ready. My ELB is ready. Should we go to the secondary site? Should we create a secondary site? Where do we create a secondary site? Let's go to S3 and keep our secondary site ready, and then we'll go and create a records. Let's create a bucket. So guys, here bucket name should be same as your website name. That is mandatory. Okay. What is the website name that we thought to give? failover.riazawstrainer.com. Right? Bucket name should be the same as your website name. In which region? Mumbai. Guys, if you want to have a website, it should be public or private? Bucket should be public or private? Yes. Bucket should be public and you acknowledge that, and I don't need versioning, etc., and create buckets. So bucket has been created. So should we go and upload our maintenance.html file? Somewhere maintenance. Okay. I have this maintenance. Okay. I have this maintenance page already. So let's go and upload that maintenance page. Here, upload. Upload. So maintenance page is uploaded. And should we enable this, make it public? Make public. Okay. And we need to enable static website hosting. Let's go bottom and edit and enable it. And what is our index? Maintenance.html. And then save. So if I come down, I should get the link. Just test, let's test the link whether it's working or not. Okay, link is working. Let's close that. So guys, my secondary site is also ready now. My first site is ready and second site is ready. Should we now go and do the routing stuff? Let's do that. So create record. I'm creating my website name is failover.riazawstrainer.com. A record. Guys, by the way, just do a hard refresh because it has to load the records from S3. So, okay, create record, and I'm giving the website name is failover.riazawstrainer.com, and here alias yes. And guys, I'm doing my primary site. How many records I should create in this case? 2 record. I'm creating the first record. First record, which is your primary site here, S3 or ELB? ELB. So select ELB, and routing policy should be what? Failover. Okay. This one, the one which is ELB is primary or secondary? Primary, very good. Primary failover. And evaluate health target. Do we need to have a health target check? Yes or no? Yes. And this is what I'm saying here. Associate with health checks. If you select yes, we don't have, I have already created one health checks before. So AWS itself will select the health, will have a health checks, or we can have our own health checks also here. I'll show you how to select, but this is enough. Evaluate target health check, yes. Associate with health checks, we can also give it, but it can do it by itself also here. Guys, do you understand how to create a record? Everyone? Type A alias yes, select the primary one, and evaluate target check, yes. Click on create. We have created the first record. Should we create another record also? Yeah. And the name should be same or different? Name should be same. And A record, alias. This time, which one I need to select? Excellent, guys. S3. This is failover, S3. And what this is failover routing policy. And this time should be primary or secondary? It is secondary. And evaluate target check, yes. And click on create. Guys, you understood? Everyone, how did we create it? In Route 53, it's all about records only here. Nice, lovely. So let's go and access failover this site now. Failover.AWStrainer.com. Okay, guys, my website is coming. This is coming from where? This is the primary one. This is the primary one. It is routing to the primary. Now, let's go and stop our EC2 instances. I'm going and firstly stopping the EC2 instance. So that meaning here, someone has purposefully stopped, or due to some XYZ reasons, your application, your primary site is going down. So this link should not change, but automatically what I should get instead of this one? I should get the maintenance page, because this Route 53 will identify the primary machines are down, right? The primary record is down. Once it is identified, the primary record is down. So the request will be sent to the secondary. Yeah. This secondary guy. Right? Let's see that. Let's see, our machines are down. It is still ping, stopping. Okay, so guys, these both are stopped, and let's see our target groups, what it says. It says unused because the target is in stop state, right? And now my instances are stopped. That meaning my primary site is down. So in Route 53, all the requests will come to this ELB because as a part of this is because we are selected as a primary record. And now as this primary record is down because of this health checks that it is performing by itself, right? So now it has identified the primary health checks is down, and now whoever is accessing this failover Riaz AWS trainer.com will be forwarded to the second one. Let's see. I refreshed it, and do you see this here? Server down, working progress will get back soon. This is now serving from where? From S3. From S3. Got this, guys? You understood? So this secondary site can be S3, or this secondary site can be another ELB which is in the same region, which can be in another region also. Yes or no? Understood how to handle this failover routing policies now? So guys, and you remember this Route 53 is global. Route 53 is global. Again, primary LB, target is healthy, is it target unhealthy is even if it is errors. Yes. You understood failover routing policy, everyone? Any questions? How can we access for private domain? I didn't understand. So if you have created this private hosted zone, then you cannot access it publicly like this. You should be accessing within the EC2 or within the VPC. What is maintenance.html? It is just an HTML file. It's just an HTML file. If you just edit this, it's just an HTML file with this. That's all. Ujjwala, here most of the time people don't go with the private one. So if it is private, what you should be doing is you just create a domain with a hosted zone called something called boom.com, which is private. In which VPC? Here we have so many default VPCs that we have it. In which VPC that you want to have it, you just select it. Here, which VPC is there here? Which is our Mumbai. This is Mumbai. Top one or bottom one? Bottom. This one. Right? To use a private host zone, you must set the following VPC settings. These two. This one we will see this in VPC. Right? Yes. You just click on create it. Yeah. That's all. So now this boom.com will be available only from your VPC now. Understood? Yeah. There is a question given in case your server down. So give proper info to user. We have yes, Ashfish, good one. Can you please S3 config? S3 config. Why to explain that? You guys have done already all these things, S3 practicals. So in S3, create a bucket and enable static website hosting. Who is that? Hari, did you miss your practical, S3 practical? So what you do, you just create a bucket, right, with the name, same thing, and upload this maintenance.html page, make it public, and enable static website hosting. That's all. And then here you create a record. Okay. So this is failover routing policy. Right, Ashish, good one. Good one. How do we configure maintainers.html? How do we configure, meaning where? Abakar. How do we configure? That meaning, how do we create maintainers.html page? How do you, like this? Go to a notepad, text word, put it here, maintenance, maintenance. I already have, I put one, right? Open this and write it here, right? Saying that this is my maintenance page, and then close this, and this one save it as, you can save it as, open this and save as .html file, or you will replace this extension with txt to HTML, and you have that HTML file. Okay now? Yeah. So now what we're going to do is, guys, here. So I'm done with failover routing policy. I'm just deleting these records, and I'm just deleting my buckets also. Keeping the, yes, it is not about the records, it's about the hosted zone. So hosted zone, you need to pay, I think $1. It's very cheap. It's very cheap. You need to pay for the hosted zone. Okay. So guys, here instances also I'm terminating. I'm terminating everything. I'm killing everything. Load balancer, I'm deleting it. Target groups also, I'm deleting it. Okay. The next one, what I'm going to talk about is geolocation routing policy. Guys, anyone outside India here? No? Please put it. Please put the country. Canada. We have Canada, Poonam. Okay. UK. Okay, we have Canada, right? Let's use Canada. So now, US also. Okay. So now we have, okay, Canada, or you can go with UK, USA, whatever it is. So what we do is, guys, we will launch one EC2 instance, and we have the URL. The URL, okay, Sydney also, okay. So the URL, if we access from India, we should get it that this is from India. If Poonam access it from Canada, she should, same URL, she should get from that region, Canada region. Should we do that now? That practical? So we launch one EC2 instance in one Canada, and we launch one EC2 instance in one Mumbai with the same URL. If we access it, she should get from Canada and I should get from Mumbai. Okay? We'll test that geolocation routing policy. So let's go to Mumbai and launch one EC2 instance and put our application. I'll put it in 1A, enable it, and here I need my script, and I call it as, I just name it as, this is from Mumbai. Okay, so next name, I call it as Mumbai server. Next, and launch. Guys, I have launched one in Mumbai. Should we launch one more server in Canada region? Okay, so I open a new window in new window, and this time I'll select yeah, Canada. Okay, so I'm launching one EC2 instance in Canada also, and Red Hat T2 micro, and I'll put it in 1A, enable it, and I put it this, and I call this as Canada. This application just for reference. Next, and name Canada server. Poonam, you should be there to test it, to access the URL. Okay. Launch, and then I already have a key pair here, Canada. Let's go with the key pair. Launch. So guys, as we are in Canada, we need to open the guys. This website should be public, right? So that meaning I need to enable inbound rules, right? This new nasty thing. So okay, I have my HTTP. Guys, I have my HTTP enabled from everywhere, right? And also from Mumbai, I also enable it from everywhere so that everyone can access my HTTP. All traffic I'll enable, or HTTP anywhere you enable it, that is fine. Instead of all traffic, you can enable HTTP. So let's wait for Canada. Okay, my EC2 instance from Mumbai is ready. Let's access with the URL. Okay, this is from Mumbai. My URL is working, and it should be careful. Yes, Manidip, right. And from Canada, let's wait. It's cooking. Not yet ready. If you enable all traffic, load got heavy. No, it's the load will get heavy only when people access your link. Otherwise, no. So let's wait. Not yet. Okay, so this is from Canada. Link is also working. Okay, guys. Now I have in two regions. I have my applications. Yes, everyone understood what I did, right? Everyone, right? Now, let's play with Route 53 now. So let's create a record, and now this time the name should be Geo. I put it as Geo, alias yes, and guys, now I showed you already with the ELB. Now I'll show you with the IP address. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So guys, here Geo, and previously I show you alias yes with the ELB stuff, but now I'll show you with the IP address. See, so now I'm creating one Geo. Yeah, I'll access the Geo. Here the value should be the IP address. Which IP address? Mumbai. We'll put the Mumbai IP address here. Okay. TTL value, guys. TTL means time to live. How much time this IP address should live on your browser from client's perspective? Should be less all the time. And this time here I'll go with the latency. Sorry, not latency. I'll go with the Geo. So guys, This the IP address which I have provided is which location's IP address? Mumbai, right? So do we have Mumbai? No. India? Yeah, just select India here and call it as Mumbai Geo. Just give the name, right? And associate health checks, keep it no for now. Guys, do you understood how to create a record for geolocation? This is important. Okay. So create it. And how many records I should create? 2. One more with the same name. Geo and alias no. Let's TTL. And this time, which IP address? Canada IP address. Let's take Canada one and put it here. And geolocation. This time, Canada. Select Canada, and I call it as Canada Geo. Just give name. ID should be anything, and just create it. Okay. Now should we access this Geo? Let's do that. geo.riazawstrainer.com. Guys, see, I'm getting it from Mumbai. Now, who was that? Poonam or who? Guys, yeah, Poonam, can you click that link and tell me what you are getting it? You are getting it. Please paste it what you get. But sometimes it will take time because it has to get update all the DNS, public DNSs, right? Just access it, Poonam, and let me know what you get it. What does a Poonam should get, right, guys? She should get from Canada region. Let's see. Sir, we will use websites. Why we can't Canada? I mean, sir, we will. I didn't understand. So did you create a two keeper one in Mumbai? Yes. USA websites. We will put question, Babji. Put the question properly. I didn't understand. Poonam, what happened? Did you try it? Is it working for you? Yes. So guys, Poonam has replied and she gets this here. This is from Canada. Got this, guys? So this is geolocation routing policy. So those who are from that region. Okay, now, Babji, you try to access it. What do you get? Babji, you get it from Mumbai? Okay, so whatever. So basically here, you should be having it something called, so you can create a record, default record. So guys, if default record, so basically, see here. So guys, so usually if you say that one, okay, now let me open my weapon. So here we have Mumbai and we have here Canada. So those who are accessing from Canada, they will get from this Canada. Those who are getting it from, those who are accessing from India, they will get it from Mumbai. And if you say that, hey, rest all people, what you can do is you can have one region, and you can put your application here, and you created a default record. So you create another record called Geo, right? And give that IP address here, and here your location, and put as default. So that meaning whoever is not from Canada and not from Mumbai and rest anyone in the world started accessing it, they will land up to this region. You can set it as default region. If you bring down the Mumbai, what will happen? So Prasad, if the Mumbai bring down, then you will get, then on top of it, remember we have enabled failover routing policy. You have to work on this failover routing policy not to get this down. So it is a combination of multiple routing policies that you should provide it there. Babji, you understood? Prasad, Babji, questions? Is that clear? Yes, that's true. Okay. So this is geolocation routing policies. Guys, when you do this lab geolocation routing policy, make sure that your Canada, wherever you have launched an EC2 instance, like in Canada, make sure that you terminate it. Otherwise, it will be charged for you. Or it doesn't charge, that free tier 750 hours will be eaten there. Guys, I have done this. These are the four important things. I have done all these routing policies. Will you give a try for latency routing policies? Same thing. Same thing. So international website we can access, AWS is global, but okay, what's that? But yeah. Will you give a try for latency? What you do with the latency, guys? Latency, what you do? Same thing. You create, take two regions. One is Mumbai, and another one is Tokyo. Maybe another one is Canada, and you put 3 EC2 instances here with it, and then start creating 3 different latency records. And why can't? Yes, it will, Babji, it will take the nearest one, or it depends. It depends where it gets transferred. Okay, now let's say I'll delete this geolocation latency policies. Sorry, geolocation. As we already have Canada, right? Yeah. As we have any Canada, let's see here. I call it as latency. And let's try. So I'll create 2 records. Okay. One is Mumbai wala. One is Mumbai. And latency. If latency region is automatically taken, and I call it as Mumbai latency, and create it. I'll create another record with the name latency, and this time should be Canada. Now, yes, latency, see here, Canada, latency, and create it. Now let's see, guys, obviously if I access latency dot this one, I'll get it Mumbai only, yes or no? Latency dot, yes, AWS. Okay, obviously. And guys, and if Poonam try to access, she'll get Canada only. Babji, now you try to access. And let's see which one you will getting it. Guys, try to access from Canada, try to access from Sydney, Australia, US guys, try to access it. Tell me where you are getting it from. You are getting Canada or Mumbai. Put it, sir, I am from US, I am getting it from Mumbai or Canada. So Babji, you're getting it from Mumbai. So maybe it might be cached for you, but okay, there's a, okay, Hari, you are getting it from Canada. That means you are in US, right? So yeah, Canada is near to you. So probably you will getting it from me. You understood now latency, live example? That is latency related. There is a big question, let me read. I saw a registration link to one of the technical session, and underneath it I was seeing a world map with dots on each country from where people have registered for that session. When I heard dots, you're showing how many people have registered on the country. Is there a service in AWS? That is an application. That is an application where they will be using it. There some technology to use that. Yes, but I don't know whether they are using AWS or not, but definitely possible. That's an application, how you code it. Guys, you understood latency also, everyone? Yes. Will you give a try on all these things that we have discussed? Right, here we have something called health checks. So I'll show you, I'll create one health checks and show you here. So if you place websites in 2 regions, do we need to create 2 separate ELBs to achieve the failover? Yes, obviously, yes. You are UK and you're getting from Canada, Abukar. That's right, because Mumbai is far away, right? So guys, you can create a health checks like this if you need. So I'll just create a Canada health check. Right? Babji, no task for RDS. Why not? On RDS, I gave so many tasks. You forgot? Guys, did you done RDS task? Guys, did you finish RDS task? Creating read replicas, etc., etc. In DynamoDB also, I told you to create the tables, primary keys, sort keys. Yeah? Babji, are you worried that we are class is getting over? Just finishing first. Okay. Okay. So here, guys, let's create a health check here, an IP address, and put the IP address of Canada. Copy it. Put it here. Or you can use the host name also. And our path is our index.html. We have it there. If you want advanced configuration, and then click on next. So if you need alarms when if that health check fails, if the Canada site is down, you will get the notification. Create a health check. Guys, this is how you create a health check. After a little bit of time, this will get healthy. So whenever you are creating any hosted zone, any record. So here, whenever you are creating any record, here at the bottom, here at the bottom, you select yes, and you see this Canada health check. So you can use these combinations. And someone, Prasad, you were asking about what if the Mumbai goes down. So we created a health check like this, and then you can do a failovers from if this get failed, the health check fails, then there will be a failover also happening to the secondary. So you can create multiple records with this kind of combinations. So if you go to health checks, so this is still unknown. Yeah, health checker. So you see this, everything is okay. So it checks the health checks throughout. So it just basically we need to refresh it. So yes, do you see this healthy? So you can use this data, you can use this health check, and you can use your failover concept or latency or geo, whatever. You can use that there. Guys, is that clear? Yeah, it's not good for health. Huh? You're using that words also. Not good for health. Okay, nice. So guys, will you give a try on this? So what Bakshi sent me an email. I have a task list on this. So and the steps also. I'll just forward the steps to you so that you can do all these things here. And make sure that you terminate all the EC2 instances that you have created. One key pair will be okay for this lab. Yes, a key pair is regional. Na? Key pair is regional. Every region will have its own key pair. Next, so Canada health check is a health check for failover on the domain level, right? It's on the daemon level. That's true. You are worried about him. Oh, okay. Chill. So okay. So make sure everything is 0. Yeah. In Canada also everything should be 0. Yes. Great. Any questions? No questions, it seems. So guys, again, I'm reminding you, domain purchase. Domain purchase, here. Click on register domain, get it, check it, and purchase. That's all. Prasad. Or you can purchase it from GoDaddy also, and put our NS records out there. So how we will use our Route 50 in application real time? Same manner. You will get an ELB, right? And from ELB, you go to the Route 50, create a record and point it to that ELB. Same. For Canada, we need to separate keeper. Yes, you need. After finishing lab, do we delete domain name? Anyways, you have purchased it, right? Keep it. Once you have done with the complete lab finish, then you delete it. It's up to you. Delete it. But so guys, again, I'm reminding you. So I haven't got, unfortunately, the feedbacks from you yet. Only 3 or 4 people gave me very kind words. Thanks for that. But how about others? What is stopping you to write there? Will you do it today? So we'll have only 2 to 3 classes from now on. So the next topic we have is VPC. So let's see tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I will request you again to, yeah, VPC is very important, and then you will get so many questions also. And VPC, don't forget, guys, tomorrow we'll start about VPC. And again, if the first class is missed, you cannot understand the VPC later, right? If the first tomorrow class is very important, because I will make this bloody VPC very easy for you, because people says that VPC is very tough, but for my students, VPC is a simple and easiest topic out of all the topics. That's how I'll make it tomorrow. Check with the Naresh IT, Babji, about the AWS project they have. Okay, and for other, I don't know, yeah. Other. I'm very reserved. That meaning my work, my students, Naresh IT work, and my job. That's all. Yeah, so when I'm searching for certification, billing topics, yes, billing topics, you just go directly. Who is that? Manideep. You just go to billing dashboard, and whatever you see that is the thing, just go with the login with the root account and see by yourself. Yeah. 40K, yeah, impossible. Yeah, check with them. It's not up to me there. Yeah. Great, guys. Don't forget to give the feedbacks, because after 3 days, you will not look at me at all. Of course, you remember, but you will not get time to push your feedback there. Babji, please put it in the group to remind them to give the feedbacks. I want the upcoming students to get benefited from out of this. Please, guys. Okay, so that is all, guys. Can you give me the final CC for today?